All right, if you're a marketing leader, I'm betting this sounds familiar. You were hired to be a strategist, a builder, a creative force. But what does your day actually look like? Back-to-back calls, right? An endless waterfall of Slack pings. So we're going to dive into a no BS playbook to help you fix this, reclaim your calendar, and get back to doing the real work you were hired for. Oof, does that hit a little too close to home? I mean, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? The crazy part is, you're not losing to some slick competitor with a bigger budget. You're losing to your own Outlook calendar. It's a daily battle just to find a scrap of time to think, let alone innovate. So, section 1, losing to your calendar. What does that actually feel like? Well, it's that constant state of being reactive, just jumping from one fire to the next with zero space for the deep strategic work that really moves the business forward. Okay, section 2, the real culprit. And this is where we get to the heart of it. Because what if the problem isn't what you think it is at all? This is a huge mental shift because the solution isn't about you just, being better at time management.
Okay, here is the big reframe, the game-changing idea. Most of us, we blame ourselves, right? We think, ugh, I just need to be more disciplined, more organized. But the real issue? It's not a personal failing. It's an organizational design problem. It's a communication problem. And you know what? That is fantastic news because you can absolutely fix a broken system.
And this gets to the core philosophy of how we're going to fix it. High-functioning teams, they don't just add more stuff, more tools, more meetings, more processes. No way. They do the opposite. It's all about strategic removal. You cut through all that low-value noise so the important stuff, the signal, can finally be heard loud and clear. All right, let's get into the blueprint. Section 3, cut the noise. This first part is all about getting tactical. We're going to give you specific, actionable ways you can start clearing out all the junk that's clogging up your team's day and yours. I want you to be honest with yourself. Think about your last weekly status meeting. That full hour. Could 80% of it have been an email? Or maybe even a super quick 3-minute video? Look, status meetings are often the laziest form of visibility. They feel productive, but they're a massive, massive time suck. So here's the tactical swap. It's a game changer. 3 easy steps. Instead of that 60-minute call that pulls in 10 people, that's 10 hours of company time, by the way, you record a quick 3-minute video. You just cover the basics: what shipped, what's blocked, and what decisions you need. Then you post it in an async channel, and here's the key. You only tag the people who absolutely must take action. Boom. You just gave hundreds of minutes back to your company. Now, when you're making those updates, you have to upgrade how you talk about the work. It's not enough to say, hey, we launched the blog post. That's activity. Who cares? You need to speak in the language of business impact. That blog post we launched, it generated 6 new backlinks, brought in 312 new visitors, and led to 2 qualified sales calls. See the difference? One is noise, the other is signal. Okay, let's talk about my favorite productivity killer, the zombie meeting. You know the one. It's on the calendar, recurring, every single week. No one really remembers why it started, there's no clear agenda, but nobody has the guts to kill it. These things are silent assassins of your calendar. So, how do you kill the zombies? With this, the meeting triage system. Go through your calendar and put every single recurring meeting through this filter. Is it just to inform people? Great, that's not a meeting, it's a Loom video or a wiki post. Is it for actual debate and decision-making? Awesome. Keep it, but time box it aggressively and have a crystal clear goal. And is it for intentional connection, like a one-on-one or team bonding? Fantastic. Keep those, but be intentional about it. Don't let it drift into a status update. Okay, so we've cut a bunch of the noise out. Now, let's talk about part 2 of the blueprint, raise the signal. This is all about making the communication you do have left super effective, super impactful. It's all about quality, not quantity. And the secret to making this work, the one rule you have to master, really comes down to a single number: 3. That's it. There are 3 audiences you have to think about every single time you communicate. And here they are. Super simple. You've got to communicate up to the executives, you've got to communicate down to your team, and you've got to communicate across to your peers and other departments like sales or product. Each of these groups needs something totally different from you. And this right here is the secret sauce. Your boss, the execs, they don't need the nitty-gritty. They just want the bottom line, outcomes and business impact. Your team, They need context, the why, and they need to know exactly what's next for them. And your peers in other departments, they just need to know what they need to do. How does your work affect them? What action do they need to take? So please, stop sending those one-size-fits-all email blasts. The new playbook is simple. Create one master update and then write 3 super short, tailored summaries for each of your 3 audiences. And look, async isn't just about being more efficient. That's thinking too small. The best leaders I know, they use async as a massive force multiplier for culture. It's how you build motivation, dish out recognition, and keep everyone aligned, all without booking another meeting. Want a really easy, tactical example you can steal? Try this, the 5-minute Friday coffee loom. At the end of the week, just record a quick, casual video. First, celebrate a few wins and name names. Get specific. Then, share what's on your mind for next week. And finally, offer one cool insight or aha moment you had. It takes 5 minutes, seriously, but the boost to team morale is absolutely huge.
Which brings us to this incredibly important point. Recognition in public is not some fluffy, nice-to-have thing. It is pure retention fuel. Think about it. When people feel seen, when they feel valued for the work they're doing, they stick around. They do better work. This might be the single highest leverage thing you can do as a leader.
Okay, so let's pull all this together. Section 5, your new leadership playbook. We've talked about cutting the noise and raising the signal. Now we're going to crystallize it into a new, way more effective playbook for how to lead a marketing team today. When you boil it all down, the entire philosophy is this. A high-functioning organization isn't about getting everyone to run faster on the hamster wheel. It's about you, the leader, becoming an engineer. Your job is to remove friction and create space. That's it. You create the conditions for your team to do their best work. So here it is, your new rule book. 6 simple, actionable rules for marketing leadership. This week, I challenge you. Kill 1 recurring meeting. Post your next big update using the 3 audiences rule. Go into your calendar right now and block 2 hours for pure strategy work. From now on, tie every single thing marketing does to business impact. Build your visibility through clarity, not just volume. And make recognition a non-negotiable part of your weekly routine. This isn't theory. This is what it looks like to lead in the real world. And that leaves us with one final big question for you. When you actually do this stuff, you are going to get hours back in your week. I'm talking 10, maybe more. So what are you going to do with it? What's the strategic magic you're going to create with all that reclaimed time? Let's end with this. This is the new definition of your job. Your job isn't to be available for everything. It's not to have an answer for every question in every Slack channel. Your job is to create the conditions for success, to build the system, to finally have the space you need to actually lead.